My shirt like perfectly matches my nails. I am such a matching queen. Shawnee, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So I'm really pumped to make this video, like a little too hyper, I think. I know it hasn't been that long since I've done a Sephora haul. I know it hasn't been. It's probably been, what, like 2 months? But Sephora had their VIB 15% off sale recently, and you guys have been hounding me, asking, what did you pick up from the sale? We want to see a haul video. Hello, woman, are you still alive? We know you hauled stuff. Show it to us. So you guys will be right. I definitely did haul stuff, like a lot of stuff, and I'm really excited to share it. I picked up a whole bunch of brand new things that Sephora has recently begun carrying. They are new products to the market. Some of them aren't brand new, but most of them are relatively new. So we're gonna just start off with the brand that I picked up the most from. It has been a hot minute since I have done a major Urban Decay haul. Have any of you guys noticed that I haven't been buying Urban Decay that much? I don't know why. It's not that Urban Decay has stopped releasing product. I just cannot remember the last Urban Decay product I actually bought. Was it a holiday palette? No, I picked up a couple of I picked up one of their eyeshadows after that. That's all I can think of. I'm sure you guys are going to tell me in the comments below, like, stop being dumb. You know you purchased something from Urban Decay last month. And I probably did, I just can't remember. Anyways, Urban Decay relatively recently expanded their Naked line of face products to not only include their liquid foundation, which they've had for years now, but they also released a new Naked powder and Naked concealer, both of which I picked up. But let's go ahead and just start off with the powder. The shade I got is Dark Warm, and this is the Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation. So it's basically, you know, a colored pressed powder. I haven't had a chance to try this yet, but I have been looking at it in store. I have been swatching it every single time I'm in a Sephora store, thinking I need to pick it up, I need to pick it up. But this is a pretty pricey powder. I want to say this was almost $40, which is expensive. And as I said, I also ended up picking up the Naked Skin Concealer. This is their Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, and the shade I got in this is Medium Dark Warm. And this is a couple shades lighter than my skin tone, but the reason I got it that way is because I want to use it under my eyes. I've really been liking a relatively light concealer under my eyes to really highlight my under eyes and really brighten up that under eye area. I have heard so many glowing reviews on this concealer, so I'm so excited to try it. Now, as far as the single shadows, these aren't a new formula to Urban Decay or anything like that, but these are a shade extension to their already existing humongo range of eyeshadows. This first one I'm holding up here is called Dive Bar, and this is a super beautiful, almost like a cobalt blue to like a pinky purple duochrome. Next single shadow I picked up is called Backfire, which is a gorgeous plummy purple to pink duochrome. I also got Fireball, which this one doesn't look that exciting in the pan, but when you swatch it, it is a gorgeous peachy orange to gold duochrome. The last shadow I picked up is called Sideline, and this one is a beautiful, like a goldish yellow to green duochrome. You guys can definitely see the mood I was in when I picked up these shadows. Urban Decay was also in the duochrome mood, and I was in the duochrome mood, so it just works. Urban Decay also released brand new blushes to their line. Urban Decay has never had blushes in their makeup collection as far as I know. I know they sometimes release blushes in limited edition palettes, but they have never had single blushes. And the packaging on the blushes is really cute as well. I was surprised at how relatively weighty it is. It doesn't feel like a super cheapy plastic. It's got a nice weight to it. And then here you can kind of see the color behind this little interesting, I don't know, it's like a hash design or whatever. It doesn't have a mirror at the top, which I don't care about because MAC blushes don't have a mirror. Actually, most blushes, I guess, don't have a mirror. Either way, this first shade I picked up is called Quiver, and officially these are called the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blushes. So you guys can definitely see the types of colors I'm loving recently by my shirt, by my nails, sort of by this shade. This is a kind of reddish pink color. The shade I've really been loving is something like my shirt or my nails, which is like a reddish orange. Oh, I'm obsessed with reddish orange right now, but this color is also just beautiful. It's a matte shade, super pigmented, really, really finely milled and blendable. The other blush shade I ended up picking up is called Bittersweet, and come on now, I do not have a blush color like this in my entire collection. And we all know I have a lot of makeup, but I do not have a pure violet purple blush color like this. It's so pretty. And then I went a little bit crazy on their new lip glosses. I don't know why. I have actually been liking lip gloss lately. Now, I know this is going to be totally against everything I've ever said in every single video ever, but recently, the more and more I have long days, because you guys know I work really, really long days, Monday through Friday. The more I work really long, expansive days, like 12 to 13-hour days, I realize I really like lip products that are really easy to reapply. I find lip gloss is probably the easiest thing for me to reapply, even over a lipstick, especially over a liquid lipstick, especially those matte liquid lipsticks. Even though those are meant to last all day, oftentimes they don't. They'll start cracking, or you'll get like that inner lip ring inside your lips. And it's so hard to reapply those on top of a layer you already have because it starts looking cakey and then it starts flaking off. So I have slowly realized that lip gloss is the easiest thing to reapply. I can almost do it without a mirror, and especially if they're not too pigmented, you can just kind of get away with it. We all know and love the Urban Decay Revolution lipsticks, so they decided to expand into the lip gloss form, and I love it. I picked up 5 shades that I thought were fun and bold and bright, but not all of them are super incredibly opaque, which I actually, once again, don't mind. So this first shade I have here is called Brickhouse, which is a creamy brick red. I also picked up Quiver, which is a gorgeous kind of creamy raspberry pink. This shade is called Punch Drunk, which is kind of like the color I've been loving. You guys can see that. This one is a little bit more orange. It's a very, very, very orange with a little bit of red. This shade Bittersweet is matching to the blush that I got. It's the gorgeous creamy violet. And then I picked up Vice, which is the only one that has shimmer that I picked up at least. There are a couple other shades that have shimmer in the line. This is the only one I picked up. It's a really pretty plummy purple with some shimmer. That's everything from Urban Decay that I picked up. Now we have a whole bunch of other things from some other miscellaneous brands. We will start off with Clinique. Clinique released some of their new, these are called the Color Pop, the Clinique Pop Lip Color Plus Primer. So these are essentially a lipstick that are supposed to have a primer infused into them, and they released, at the same time they released their new Cheek Pop colors. Once again, you guys know I love something easy to reapply, and these seem like it will be that. So the first shade I picked up is called Grape Pop, which is a creamy, really, really pretty lavender purple. I also picked up Cherry Pop, which is just a beautiful, beautiful cherry red. What I got is called Love Pop, and I didn't realize that this one had shimmer in it. It's kind of a shimmery, pinky, neutral brownie color with like gold glitter in it. This is gonna be an interesting one. I don't know how I feel about the shimmer in this one. And then I also picked up Cola Pop, which is a beautiful brownish brick red. I have yet to wear any of these, but I have only heard positive hype about them. That's why I wanted to try them out, and I don't have any Clinique lipsticks in my collection, so I'm very curious to try these. Jumping into a brand new brand that I decided to try. Now, if you guys follow Temptalia, she's like the biggest beauty blogger on the face of the earth. If you don't follow her, I don't know what you guys are doing, but she has been hyping up these Surratt blushes. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Surratt, S-U-R-R-A-T-T. So the blushes are actually tiny, itty bitty, mini sized or mini looking blush pans. You guys can see I have 3 put in this little palette here. These blushes are expensive. These are not a... Well, they sell them in Barney's New York stores. Let's just put it like that. They're expensive. You get them in essentially the little blush pans. You pick them up individually and then you purchase this palette separately for you to put them in. One thing I will say that I really dislike about this, I assume that when you get the palettes that go specifically with the product, that the product will actually magnetize in or snap in or something. These don't. These are, I can't put the palette upright, otherwise these pans will just fall out. They don't snap in, they don't magnetize in, they're just like, can you hear that? They're just loose in there. That's so weird to me. I was thinking of like gluing them in or something, but the point of having a palette like this is so that you can mix and match. You know, I can rotate them, I can buy other shades if I want and just exchange them out of this palette, but I would be so afraid to travel with this because they move around. Either way, I'll put the exact shade names written right here in the video because I don't know them right now off the top of my head. But this one up here is a really pretty bright orangey coral. This one is the super hot pink, and then this one is the really deep red. And then I also picked up this little palette. This is a little 2-pan palette, and inside I decided to get the highlighter. It's kind of a whitish gold highlighter, and then this blush, which is like the Cantaloup orange color. Sephora collection has a brand new collaboration collection with the Craig and Karl line. I don't really know anything about Craig and Karl. I don't know what this brand does, but I do know that they released some new lipstick colors that are in the absolute cutest packaging ever. I mean, come on, just how adorable is this packaging? Sephora collection released 3 different shades, all in just such stinking adorable packaging. So this first shade is called Bold Glory, and it is a really pretty bright bubblegum pink. The next shade is called Jain, and it's a bright orange. And the last shade is called West End Swirl, which is a really pretty, you guys got it, orangey red. Matching. I don't know exactly what formula of lipstick these are. I do know they're all matte finish, and I have swatched all 3 of these. I actually swatched them all when I just got them in the mail because I never tried this particular formula of lipstick, so I wasn't sure if it was gonna be that good. I swatched it and they went on so opaque, creamy, silky. Now do keep in mind this is just in a hand swatch. I haven't actually worn them on my lips yet. But after I swatched all 3 of the shades, I was so impressed with the pigmentation and the creaminess. I was like, these are gonna be so good. And then I went about the rest of my day, and then I went to wash my hands in the sink about, I don't know, 10 minutes later, and they would not come off. They are so long wearing, I don't even know what to say. I grabbed one thing from Becca, and you guys know how much I love the shimmering skin perfectors, particularly the pressed ones, because they're so stinking mesmerizing. Becca released a new limited edition shade, and this shade is blushed copper. And I mean, okay, first off, take a moment to admire this rose gold packaging, and then take a moment to admire the beauty that this highlight is. It is such a beautiful coppery goldish bronze color. I will say, if you are not tan to deep skin, this won't work as a highlight on you because it's so pigmented and such a relatively dark color. I can get away with this as a highlight if I use a light hand, but it does deliver a good amount of color as well. So do keep that in mind. This isn't like a sheer light highlight. This is like a no fuss, like a, oh my gosh, like a tan girl's dream highlight. A couple of other products that aren't new to the market. They've been around forever. You guys have probably tried these before. The Kat Von D blushes. Where have I been with my life that I haven't tried a Kat Von D blush yet? I've tried practically all of her eyeshadow palettes. Her eyeliner is like my holy grail. I love her liquid lipstick formula. Her traditional studded kiss lipsticks I did a full review on. I've tried so many of her foundations and her concealers, and the blushes for some reason just got overlooked. I decided, you know what? I need to change that. So the first shade I got is called Por Vida. It's a beautiful, beautiful, bright, really bright corally pinky. The other shade I got is called Heartagram, which is a really gorgeous, slightly shimmery, metallic, rosy red. Alrighty, we're wrapping up this haul. I felt like this was a really long one because I'm kind of out of breath for some reason. Okay, you guys know I have been loving the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizers. What are these called? The Step 1 Skin Equalizer Primers. So I decided to get a couple more full size because I have tried this particular one, which is the Smoothing Primer. I have a deluxe sample of it that I got from Sephora, and I am pretty much almost done with it. I think I can maybe squeeze like half a use out of it, like to do half of my face, but I definitely needed to pick up a full size, so I did. I absolutely love this. And I also ended up picking up this one. Now this is a different concept for me. This is a radiant primer, and this is in the peach shade, so it's kind of a, yeah, it's a peachy primer. I don't really know how I'm going to like this. It said that this is going to be a primer that kind of brightens tan complexions, and I have a tan complexion and I like my face to look bright. So we'll see how this one works. And then the last couple things I ended up picking up from Makeup Forever. These went up on the Sephora website the last day of the sale, so I snatched them up real quick. These are the new Makeup Forever Palette 9 Artist Shadows. You guys know I love the Makeup Forever Artist Shadows. I think they're probably my favorite eyeshadow formula ever. That may be a very bold statement, but I can't think of another eyeshadow formula off the top of my head that I prefer more. As far as traditional powder eyeshadows, these are my favorite. First palette is called Number 1. I don't know if this has like a better name than Number 1. I think it was like the neutral palette or something like that. And you know, it's got 9 absolutely beautiful neutral colors. Now I will say all of these shades are a part of the Makeup Forever permanent eyeshadow line. And then the other one is called Number 2. And I think this one is called like the Electric palette or something. And once again, you can tell just based on the colors that are in here, these are so pretty. I think I already own these two in the Makeup Forever, the 30th anniversary eyeshadow palette that I did a full review on. I feel like these are the same colors, but I have been using these colors in that palette so much because they are some of my favorites. I am super excited to expand my collection of the Makeup Forever Artist Shadows. Like I said, holy grail eyeshadow formula. So beautiful. I love them. So that is everything. That completes my ridiculously large Sephora haul. There's no need for you guys to yell at me in the comments below because I know it's crazy and I know it's a lot and I know it hasn't been that long since I've hauled, but you know what to do when you have a 15% off coupon code. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys ended up picking up from the sale because I love seeing what other people bought. Haul videos are my favorite videos to watch, and seeing comments from you guys is like my favorite thing to read in the world. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on my next video on Monday. I'll see you then. Bye! Over double the price of an Ipsy or Birchbox, so I expect. I'm also putting to use the brand new Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I talk a little bit